Hey YouTube. So I looked up the solution to this puzzle and it looks like I have to rest while the bird is on that dais, and that should allow it to die, and then other things happen. I also have to equip the magic lantern. And that will change where we go when we go through the fog, I think. So, let's try resting. Yep, that gives us bird bones. And then we have to find the poisonous water. Oh, okay. So now we can just go through the fog. And there's lots of poisonous things. That leads me to believe that we're on the right track to find the poisonous water. Let's go ahead and slap in some minor buffs. Oh yeah. Wish I could see Dog's health. Okay, 8 out of 76. Yeah, fruits. Okay.
The end draws near.
Let's just go cure moderate. I expected to be able to go further that way. Odd.
We will prevail.
Black Duomo or owlbear. Come on, guys. Put a little haste in your step. Knock's got a good chunk of AC. It didn't last long. Greater OWLBEAR has plus... no, that's its damage. Plus 26. He's using a heavy power attack. Okay, so if they have plus 26 to hit, I need like 36 armor to even have a 50% chance of not getting hit. Which is a little rough. A little rough.
Look ahead. Who will prevail? Does it?
Oh shit. Wasn't expecting that.
Child's play.
I won't let you down.
Quiet. I'm thinking.
I see something. Done and done.
I'm positive I found something.
Hoping that fight back. Best kind of fight.
The fuck? How did Hawkbow get hit?
You can thank me now.
To the dust you will go.
Traps are trapped. This is like redundant. Why are you missing? It's so hard to miss with bombs. You're just going against touch AC.
Child's play.
Oh, they were getting reflex saves. And they were rolling like 18s. Okay. So now that everyone's a little nicked
Everywhere I
up,
go, a pall hangs over everything.
wisdom
Though
damage,
people said
shit,
it was better before I arrived.
and intelligence damage. These are rough. One more to top it off. Alright, cool.
Oh, I don't like surprises.
Let's finish them quick.
Now they have concealment. But their armor class is only 22. I still have to roll like an 11 to hit.
What's new?
Maybe I should take off rapid shot for now. Okay. So many traps. I wish I could just fireball all these and move on. 1 second. Okay.
Here!
Fuck it. Let's keep going. Slow but steady.
I did as you asked. I did as you asked.
We'll do it the hard way.
Oh!
Luckily, by this level, I got plenty of bombs. And luckily, the bombs work even if they miss.
Done and done. I did as you asked.
Our path leads on. Now, the beginning of the hunt.
We need to try something else. This is not the way it works.
Is it Jim Loss or Octavia that's better at this? Octavia. By lots.
You can count on me. I did as you asked.
Let's see, DC 22. And she has... So the DC is 25. She has plus 25 to it. She can only fail on a 1. Okay. Are we past that? Can we have different
Without a
things?
doubt.
This is one angry bitch. She fell for this curse. I wonder if... Are we making spot checks? It seems like they're just popping in around us.
We shall overcome.
Repent.
Not used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Ouch.
Ooh,
Rat your death. Attack!
And will be. Definitely will be.
One of the nice things about having a rogue in front
now?
is he's got evasion. So if you nick him with your fireball, he just evades it and takes 0 damage.
I am prepared
Strike
to
as
make
one.
my aim.
We are ridiculously poisoned. He's got wisdom damage, intelligence damage, strength damage, dexterity damage. It's like 5 dex, 8 intelligence. He is just barely walking. So I heard that you have to take your lamp off to get to some area. So that's probably the area we have to take our lamp off. But I'm gonna pick up this loot and maybe check out this area and make sure I've collected everything before I move on. Oh. Owlbear eggs. Cooking ingredient?
We march ahead.
Let's use them for something else. I think at some point you should just
Does it matter?
accept that maybe killing yourself would be better than causing damage to 1,000 civilizations. It's like, that's always a option. Maybe not the first option, but it's on the
Without a
table.
doubt.
The pond is deep and the water is cold. Although the surface is still, you can hear faint whispers, as if someone beneath the water is murmuring sadly to themselves. What a beautiful, calm place. Can we stay here a while longer? Gaze into the water. Now you see something odd. A reflection of a beautiful woman comes into focus, sitting on the bank, weeping. But as soon as you blink, the image is gone. Skip a stone across it. The stone skips on the water, leaving circles on its surface, then finally disappears with a last short splash. The pond falls silent, nothing stirs. There are the birds' bones in there. The bones of the birds disappear in the depths of the pond, and suddenly the water's surface heaves, darkens, boils. It changes color, and now looks swirling, furious, menacing. Select the water. Maybe I should have taken a sip while the water was okay. I just kind of assumed it was poisonous from the start. I wish I could buy some more wands of lead blade. It's a really great buff for a two-handed fighter.
Defeat is not an option.
Okay. Definitely should have saved right before I walked in there. Fuck. Let's get some temporary hit points. I have a feeling we're gonna need them. Are we dealing with fear effects? Or did I just pull him back?
This is for you!
I'm not sure what I should focus. So this is green, so I can't attack this. So I guess I attack the dragons. And being dragons, casting flame spells, I should probably get some energy resist going. And then Big and Titus.
Do not hold back.
Be easier if you not fight back.
Okay. Is that it? Huh. I got way more nervous than that mirror did. Alright, the petals of this huge flower are glowing with a soft light, and its scent carries a hint of spice, which you find strangely relaxing. Despite this, however, you can't help but notice the sprouts and spikes of the plant look fanged, almost predatory. I use detect magic. A magical aura surrounds the flower. It seems so familiar, exactly like the magic emanating from the bodies of the bloom victims, but stronger, much stronger. There's no doubt you found the source of the disaster. Drop the poison from the lake on the petals. As soon as the poison falls on the petals blaze with a bright crimson light. The air around the flower trembles, either in heat or supernatural wrath.
I'm not more runner and talker than fighter.
We shall overcome.
Okay, Jubileus needs to move.
Nah. Clever ploy.
Maybe you can. Oh shit, they could mirror image.
I die free.
Yeah.
Your life ends now.
Tank wasted.
A familiar silhouette emerges from the mist. It's the gnome from before, walking slowly toward you. He stops before the flower and stares at it for several moments. Well done, child, but your work here isn't finished yet. Before you go your way, a question. You've seen the story of the trespasser. You've seen her fall. Love and pride brought her to this. You follow the same path. You also crave the crown. Why? Yeah, just to make the world a better place. Duty's path may seem straight as an arrow, but it's so easy to go astray. The gnome gives a half nod, then tilts his head and looks at you intently. Words, words, words. Can be motes stirred by the wind, a trifle, a wisp of smoke. But when they're spoken in the right time and place, words can possess the power of a storm. At some point, a long time hence, you'll recall this moment in your answer. So it was this goddess who created the flower, and all my troubles were due to her? The gnome was silent for a moment, then speaks. I cannot say yes or no. The truth shifts and evaporates like a morning mist. Aren't your troubles the blood spilled from the blade of your own choices? The gnome raises an eyebrow. These troubles that beset you. This is not all. There will be many more. Know this, and you catch a fleeting shadow out of the corner of your eye, and turn to look, but it's gone. It's her shadow. If you hear footsteps behind you, and nothing seems there, it's her footsteps, and you hear them only because she wishes you to hear her approach. Why? It's so you know her blade is never far from your back. I've solved your riddle, but what do I do next? You must extinguish the wrath. Quench it with fire, but it won't be easy. The flower blossoms in two worlds at the same time, here and in your homeland, Galarion. Its existence links the two worlds and cruelly casts creatures between them. If you destroy the flower in only one world, it will grow back. You must kill it in both worlds at once. But beware, violence breeds violence, and wrath breeds wrath. You've awakened the flower, for it was the only way to destroy it. But awakened, it summons all kinds of monsters, and they are filled with the same wrath as that which gave life to the plant. After you slay the monsters born from its seeds, burn that wonderful vile flowering blossom. Let flame consume it, but remember, the fire must happen in both worlds at once. If you burn the flower only here or only on Galarion, it will sprout again and again and again. Can I still get back to Galarion if I destroy the flower? Don't worry about that. The portal's opened by the flower. We'll live long enough. Let's get to it then. Wise decision. Who will you send beyond the portal? Okay, so I can't send him beyond the portal. But I do need to send Knock Knock. Let's heal up first. Okay, I guess I can't.
I'm not afraid.
I aim true. Forgive me for this failure.
Glad you dead.
Strike as one.
I'll fight if I have to.
Unimosi travisi.
Cannot
Is
hide from
regenerating?
me.
Fuck you.
Nowhere to run.
I aim true. I grant you death.
Never had to kite before,
Cannot
but
hide from me.
I've never seen something this slow before.
Nowhere
I
to
haven't been
run.
able to save for a bit. So, this is how it's gonna be.
Aim true. I grant you death. I see the faces of my family.
Jesus, that's some damage. What a pain.
Forwards.
Should tilt that gnome, I needed a minute. Yeah. Okay. Don't appear to be able to skip this. Okay, but this time we can take a sip of the water before we poison it.
A clever ploy.
Not afraid.
Oh, well, okay. The water was not worth sipping. The water tastes bitter, with a trace of salt. As the salt touches your tongue, you feel a sharp pain in your heart, as if suddenly stabbed, not with a blade, but with a painful memory of something lost. It's weird that the only person poisoned is my dwarf, and dwarves have like a natural resistance to poison. Yeah, they get a +2 racial bonus on it. Okay, this time I'm definitely saving before walking through the fog. Okay.
You can count on me.
Let's hope things go as smoothly as last time.
Let's finish them quick.
Knock Knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
We shall overcome.
I die.
I grant you death.
Primitive. relatives. Will they ever end?
Consider me provoked.
Be easier to nothing.
Grotus awaits us.
Okay, since I've only got one dude who's poisoned, let's let them up with that restoration.
Without a doubt.
Then we can buff like mad, save up, and enter the fog.
Me?
I will see this through.
Listening as hard as I can.
Patience.
Depend on me.
What's the holdup?
You require my assistance?
I wonder why enlarged person takes longer to cast.
Yes.
Yeah, on animals, natural armor just keeps on stacking,
Quiet.
so
I'm thinking.
casting bark skin on Hawkbow is pretty great. Communal sea invisibility might help.
Stand with me.
Oh shit. Communal sea invisibility did help.
Stab you.
Cannot hide from me.
Which knife to use?
My skills are getting rusty.
So that was good.
I won't let you down.
Displacement's good. Greater invisibility's awesome. I should be casting that on Knock Knock more. But a lot of these only last one round per level.
I will protect.
The end draws near.
Are they evil? I mean, most monsters count as neutral, but I guess you can't protect from neutral, so it doesn't matter. We'll just protect from evil and hope that something happens. Okay,
I will guide us.
time to save.
We'll Don't do it the hard way.
I did have lead blades, right? Doesn't look like it.
Nowhere to run.
A fine use of my talents.
This is for you.
Our path leads on.
Yes, I'm still here.
Get a little topped up. Heal a Bakbo.
Now is the beginning of the hunt.
A clever ploy.
Keep using Akbo as like a sacrificial HP source.
Attack!
I don't even feel particularly bad about it. Maybe a little bit.
Worse, and will be, definitely will be, last.
I'll fight if I have to.
No strike wasted.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
Well, sorry, was lost in thought.
Okay, good enough.
Ready and willing. You can't stop me.
Strike as one!
Did it land? Yeah, he's displaced. Let's give him some greater visibility too. Now he should be a real cut to hit. There we go.
From sight.
Does he have regeneration? Well, I mean, I know he has regeneration. Hopefully. Yeah, fire fixed it. That sounded bad. Where be we? Okay.
My search was not in vain. Oh,
This is gonna be rough shit. Let's save in a new section.
Knock knock used to lighting enemies on fire first.
Could be worse.
That hurt.
Definitely will be.
We'll do it the hard way.
Alright, everyone's here now? They just had to beat up one giant flytrap by themselves?
Be easier if you not fight back.
Didn't make a lot of sense, but alright.
Consider me provoked.
I think we might need to get up here. Still not targetable.
Good, you dead.
Okay, he needs big boy heals. Not gonna get him. Titus no longer has his ground for level spells.
Cannot hide from me.
Come here, Bax. Knock knock stack.
Repent.
Hey,
Okay.
Your life ebbs low.
Ooh, that one was.
The flower's mysterious glow fades, allowing you to take a closer look at this strange thing. Once a thing of beauty and elegance, now the dried flower barely clings to the wilted stalk. All the moisture abandoned the plant along with its magic glow. The petals had become gray and sagging, like the wings of a wounded bird. It looks like only the root, which clings desperately to the cave floor, still maintains some life. I'd be happy to participate in researching this amazing sample, but I suppose this time it might be wise to reject a potentially dangerous specimen. It is time. Finish what you started. Send this flower to oblivion. If you let it remain like this, it will recover. The fire must be fed. Examine the flower. It looks wilted beyond salvation. The only part that still maintains some signs of life is a feeble root. Yeah, we're just gonna burn it. A single spark is enough for the flower to catch fire. As if in pain, the plant writhes, desperately trying to avoid the flames engulfing it. Moments later, it collapses and disintegrates into ash. The flower is extinguished. It will never grow again, and all that remains is a twisted, blackened root.
Forwards.
We didn't burn the other one though. Do we need to get back? Ooh. That crown's kind of a big deal. Probably.
Did it without breaking it.
Without a doubt.
Okay. That appears to be this quest done. Yeah, I don't see anything else in this room. But that's because I missed something. treasure chest. Ooh, potion of displacement. And a curved blade. Banded mail +3. Counts as heavy armor. I don't think we actually have anyone that wants that.
I will guide us.
Well, hell. 10. It's mine. 11.
Me see,
Our path
me
leads
keep.
on.
What did you see? Ah. I have to go down for that. Nothing interesting. Some basic stuff. Alright. Let's check the quest log. Okay. Now we have to hurry back to the capital and make sure everything's okay.
Without a doubt. We got lots of things to check out when we come back here, but I'm gonna act like I'm in a hurry.
I need to catch my breath.
Time to get some rest, isn't it?
Let's rest right outside, just in case there's a fight. Okay, so Bakken will now be our court alchemist. His stats are still okay, hers are a little rough. But only so much of that is due to poison. I wonder what would have happened if we'd kept some of the roots or flowers. It seemed interesting, but I wanted to make double sure that no one continues to explode. is high on my priority list. Oh shit. Alright. Things are a little worse than I thought. Your Grace, at last. I'm not sure how much longer we'd have made it without you. Report. It's a disaster. Most of the guards have fallen. There are heavy, enormous casualties among the civilians. I don't even know what kind of miracle we'd need to turn the course of this battle. Is Keston here? Yes, I just saw him. He ran past with a group of reinforcements. Cursing uphill and down dale. I'm not sure where he was headed, though. Let me help you. Thank you, Your Grace. Abdar willing will show these beasts what we're made of. We already know who's attacking us, but... Your Grace, hydras, manticores, and some sort of creatures like bears, but with bird heads. At first we thought it was an enemy army, but there are no humans among them. They don't seem to be led by anyone. They just keep coming and coming, like an avalanche. Okay, let's head out. Why are they still coming? We destroyed the source. Whoa, whoa. Oh my... Jesus. I am not looking forward to that fight.
Well,
Alright.
someone was lost in thought.
Turns out one can easily grow accustomed to having all these monsters around. Compared to that gigantic owlbear that appeared out of nowhere, those regular monsters seem almost harmless. We have to stop that huge beast before it tears the city apart brick by brick and crushes everything we've worked so hard to save. Okay, this is gonna take lots of buffing. You guys know the song and dance.
Quiet. I'm thinking.
You can count on me.
Keep your eyes open.
I'm still here.
You know what? I don't think we have anyone to cast heroism anymore. That's a pain.
My skills are getting rusty.
On that note, I think I can have him scribe scrolls. Maybe that's wizard only. I'll look back into that later. Right now we could use some heroism. Yeah, there we go. Copy to spellbook. But I get a sworn alchemist can do that too. Yeah, okay. there's just very few spells that alchemists can have like that. Okay. Let's save so I don't forget that we scribed that. Okay.
Knife is for stab,
Notice awaits us.
pick is for lock. But what makes a hero? Why, ask Knock Knock.
Yes?
We're running out of, like, longer duration buffs. Invisibility is no need. Alright. Let's get out there.
I'm not afraid.
Used to lighting enemies on fire.
Clever ploy.
Concealed,
Prevailed.
provoked.
Does it matter?
Man. Alright. Time for those shorter duration spells.
Think that hurt.
Stand with me.
Critical hit's only 15. Yeah, it's kind of a fun for a Hydra.
I'll fight if I have to.
Ends you.
Man, haste is so good. I never get over it.
Forwards.
There is not a lot of city left.
Open up my back. Best kind of fight.
I grant you death.
Kinda messed up the micromanagement there, but whatever.
We shall overcome.
Be easy.
You can't stand me.
Your life ebbs low. Waste.
Alright. It's fucking go time. Got 25 seconds of haste left. Let's get some bigger goodies in here. This will make it fatigued. Not really? That's it? Oh. Okay. Okay, so Highland's happy that we saved him. How about you, Keston?
Praised be Erastil.
I expected more. The priest whispers a prayer and touches the wound on the warrior's hip. Then the wound immediately begins to close. John lifts his eyes and notices you.
Right. All hail me. Thanks for knocking some sense back into me. Not sure I could live with myself if Jod had been gobbled up while I was playing hero out there.
You found and destroyed the source of the infection. There won't be any more seeds.
This is joyous news, or would be in most any other situation. Still, praised be your name, our deliverer. You've saved your realm and rescued the people.
They're not feeling real rescued right now. Are you alright?
Hardly a scratch, your grace. I'm afraid the same can't be said of many of the townsfolk.
What happened
I
here?
had just finished an operation and was preparing for the next one when all the remaining patients bloomed. There were no survivors. I managed to fight my way to the street and landed straight in this monster's claws. I was running out of spells and stamina, and if it weren't for you, I'd have met my end. There are still many wounded in the city streets. I aim to help everyone I can. Go, Your Grace. I must leave as well. The battle isn't over yet. Horrendous creatures prowl the streets, and there are wounded in need of aid. Erastil, save us all!
Phew, looks like you've got a breather. If you don't mind me saying, you're an exceptional warrior, Your Grace. I'm not sure you even need the city guard. Highland tries to smile. Can't believe it's all finally over. Please, proceed to the throne room. We'll start cleaning up this mess and restoring order to the streets. I feel like I need to do a little more to restore the order on my own. Feels like there's still another monster or two.
Attack!
Like these guys.
Will they ever learn?
Titus? I get stuck. Please continue.
Do not hold back. You shall overcome.
This is how you kill the monsters, kill the monsters.
The end draws near. Patience.
I was wondering why we were slow for a second, then I realized it's raining. Beneath the crushing weight of a monster carcass lies a guard. Unconscious and bleeding, but still alive. Your Grace, he's wounded. Help me get him out before he loses too much blood. Alright, on three. 1, 2. Gathering all your strength, you and the blacksmith manage to lift the monster's bulk off the ground and drag the guard off from beneath it. Phew! Lad's been within a hair's breadth of dying. He makes it to the end of battle. He should call this his second birthday. Hildegard. What happened? Well, I was sitting in my smithy. I heard some shouting in the streets, so I grabbed my maul and headed out. Saw this ugly mug throw that poor guard to the ground and get a huge bite in. So I gave it a good whack to the head, then another, and so on until it stopped moving. Wasn't strong enough to pull the lad free from under its fat belly, though. Good thing you showed up. Killed that beast on your own? I'm impressed. Blacksmith, face twist in distaste. Hey, I can fight alright, just don't like to. It's fortunate we were by your smithy. I don't really feel like making an urgent purchase, but let's see what he's got. Looks like nothing new. I guess it was just a urgent need to deposit all of these magic weapons. And man, that's a nice falcata. Actually, we should give that to Rigongar later. Ooh, +5. That's pretty nice. When I sort by type, I feel like it should put all the skins together. Or just things that are only there to be sold in general. I still wonder what the fuck you cook with a Hydra eye. Alright, 22,000. Got almost 100k. Living large. This seat doesn't quite fit when I'm large. Looks like Magar Varn wants something from you, Baron. Otherwise, why would he send you several wagon trains laden with bundles and sheafs? Here's the letter. I think it'll tell you the reason for Varn's fit of generosity. Wand of prayer, wand of good hope.
A rest would be welcome.
Your Grace, do you have a moment? Keston and I have a matter to discuss with you.
Okay. Why is you so excited?
It's about the old prison, the one we were using as a field hospital. Now that the season of bloom has passed, the field hospital is unnecessary. However, the capital would certainly benefit from having a clinic. Right now, those harmed in the attack have nowhere to go to receive medical aid.
Yeah, we should have a
In my
clinic.
opinion, Your Grace, our top priority should be securing the safety of the people returning to the city. I believe we should convert the old prison into guards' headquarters.
We've argued in circles on the matter, Your Grace, but it is ultimately your decision anyway. We'll abide by your orders.
They both count as good. Interesting. Evil. Leave the prison as it is. But no, we could use a clinic.
A wise decision, Your Grace. I'll begin the search for proper healers immediately.
Jod nibbles his mustache annoyed. Oh, these stolen lands. They're a breeding ground for filth. No sooner have I dealt with one crisis, but another is on its way. This time a preacher of a religion that no one's ever heard has ventured in onto your lands. The people say that this priest speaks of some speakers of the depths. It's the first time I'm hearing any of this, but the name alone says you shouldn't expect anything good from them. But alas, not all our people are as reasonable as you and I. The preacher has already gathered his first followers. Your Grace, I beg you, please decide what we are to do with him. If you ask me, I say we should run him off with a pitchfork. Who are these speakers of the depths? I know many gods. Some of them show favor to mortals, some show wrath, but some want nothing to do with the peoples of Galarion. The speaker of the depths may be this sort? Who knows? All the more reason to prevent your subjects' heads to be filled with this rubbish. Yeah, I'll just let him run him out then. Really? Very well. Then let him leave the barony forthwith. We have enough trouble without these speakers. Ability +2, stability +2, new event, divine protection from poison. Interesting.
The season of bloom was over. Its invasion of magical beasts stopped. Finally getting a break, it was time for us to restore the capital and count our losses.
Oh man, my text box kind of fucked up there.
Forwards.
How may I serve you, Your Grace?
Okay. You can just barely see that it's what Keston was saying and what Lindsay was saying overriding each other. I mean, not Keston, Jod. Alright. After a well-deserved nap, let's get back to baroning. Not that fast. At least let me get into the seat myself. I've brought a petitioner with me, Lamar Tinch, a famous expert on everything regarding alcohol and beverages which feature it. Our impatient guest wanted very much to speak with you in person and tell you about his, project. The halfling before you looks young, but his sharp eyes framed by slight wrinkles give away the petitioner's considerable age. Lamar nods politely, sweeping the floor with his beret and showing off an emerging bald spot. My respects, Baron. I beg your forgiveness for how boldly I sought our meeting, but I could hardly trust anyone with the fate of my beloved new child, which appeared to me in a waking dream as I walked your lands. You see, I was traveling through on my way to Brevoy, when, to my surprise, I discovered a most curious detail. It turns out that many spicy and bitter herbs, which I and my colleagues in our work grow wild in these lands, wineberry, goatweed, gentian, Lamar bends his fingers, enumerating the plants, then waves his hands. These names probably tell you nothing, but to me, for me this rich list is like a splendid palette, a foundation upon which a true masterpiece might be built. Your Grace, I once imagined settling in Brevoy, but your lands have truly inspired me, and now my greatest dream is to open a shop in this very capital, with a bouquet you can easily gather nearby. I can create a new beverage, true ambrosia for any halfling. Only one thing is holding me back, lack of financial resources. I hope that now, upon hearing my request, you and your respected traveler will not refuse a humble artisan a little assistance. Of course, in exchange for a future percentage. Neymar bows deeply once again. I shall eagerly await your decision. Sure. Alcohol can draw people in, and we, have a sudden need for civilian influx. Do you want to hear my opinion? This business will fail. Halfling alcohol is like fruit juice for the other races. It's nothing like your Dwarvish stout. You want to take a risk and put your money on halfling drunkards? Well, it's your barony and your business. But remember, if you give this trader the money he asked for, then tomorrow there will be 10 more at your gate just like him. Yeah, I'll take the risk. Lost 100 BP. Just like that, without considering the risks? Of course, it's entirely up to you, Baron. Although I'd remind you that the money belongs to the state. Ooch. Sharp tongue as always. Thank you. Let's continue managing kingdom affairs. We need to upgrade the town to a city, or whatever the next level of upgrade is. Nature's Rage. Okay, he's able to deal with angry animals. Cool. Oh. I do need to read that letter. So many things. Oh, Venki Keeg, High Priest of Arestal from Restov, has strong interest in spreading the Stag God's faith across the region. He's eager to build a shrine dedicated to Arestal on your lands, but at his own expense. Accept his offer and you'll gain a useful ally. So I can place a shrine free of charge. I think we already have a shrine. We do. So that was pointless, but oh well. Provides immunity to poisons in the claimed regions. That seems awesome. I'm out of BP after giving it all to that dude. Alright, let's rank up after we deal with any problems that might be around. And that'll give us time to get BP naturally. An opportunity. A group of volunteers have arrived from Brevoy. They are looking to help bring order to these lands. Their people would make a welcome reinforcement for the guards if they could be persuaded to join the ranks. That does sound good. New settlers. A caravan of settlers has entered the region. These people are dreaming of a better life, seeking a new home. Perhaps they'll find happiness in the stolen lands. Okay, we do need people. How has he not already finished this? Oh, we haven't actually started the event, we just put him there. That's a problem. Hopefully that won't bite me. Okay, so we've dealt with most of the events. Yeah, he's working on that. Open a hospital. Everyone's busy, that's cool. All I want to do right now is rank up anyway. Okay. Economy's doing good. It's understandable that he had trouble convincing them to settle here, but I was really hoping for success there. It was revealed to the high priest in a dream that a local cleric of Erastil fell in love with a young peasant girl and killed her fiancé in a jealous rage. The god's followers found the dead body in the forest, brought the murderer to justice, and Erestil's good graces were restored. Dang it. Having trouble successfully completing these smaller tasks. Well, we have 100 BP now. We need to rank things up. So we got a city there. And a city there. Yeah. $75 BP for a hospital. Okay, so Divine Retrain Trick 3. We have a capital now. Strengthening Jod sounds neat, but it's a lot of BP. Let's see, we got 80 BP. They cost of buildings with a static loyalty bonus. Is reduced by 10%. That sounds good. Don't want too many trade agreements right now. Ah, Jesus, 1,500 PP. Don't have the BP to deal with curses. Actually, it would be interesting to deal with Tartuk. It looks like I have new events. A new message. A famous river pirate made a statement before his execution. He claimed he buried some treasure somewhere. Oops. No candidates are available. But why? I have candidates for everything. Let's see if that changed anything. Okay. Looks like Harim's actually a little better for this position. Which is weird. I mean, maybe not totally weird. I wonder why I just can't send anyone to that. Bard's passing through. It'd be fun to just set Lindsay to it. Okay, let's just check that letter. It's my pleasure to bring a most joyous piece of news to your attention. It seems we now have a rebel in our barony. That's right, one rebel. Or at least we have one informer, trying to get his annoying neighbor hung from the gallows. A certain brevis from a settlement on Silverstep Lake informs us in a letter that a local huntsman is openly defying the authority of the Baron. He's encouraging the settlers to worship some silver dragon whose representative, the hunter, naturally, claims himself to be. Being your most loyal subject, this brevis could not but inform you of this flagrant act of Baron bashing. Our own messengers, who have been up to Silverstep, recently made inquiries after this hunter, but learned nothing. He rarely comes to the village, and the villagers don't know anything. As for me, this nonsense is not worth your attention. That's up to you to decide, of course. I was actually planning on heading up around there anyway. If I happen to be in those parts, I'll find out what's going on. Bakken, unfazed by the awkward silence, Bakken searches through his bag for quite a while. Finally, he pulls out a sizable brown paper package. There you go, a little something from old Bakken. Potion of Shield of Dawn, Potion of Greater Invisibility. If you ever need anything in particular, just let me know. If you're not sure, I'll go home and think of something myself. My bones ache. I'd like you to craft something specific. Bakken nods and pulls out a piece of coal and a scrap of paper from his sleeve. He takes his time smoothing it out before giving another solemn nod. Let's see what the oils and ointments are. Very good. If you want to buy anything else, just come around. Oh, and while I'm here, there's a book that I've always wanted to read, of Transmutations and Bodily Poisons, in 3 volumes. If you were to find it for me, I could produce something most remarkable for you. Something that might even... He cuts himself short. Oh, well, there's no use in empty words. But they say there's an ancient formula hidden in one of those books. Bring me the books and I'll brew the potion for you. I know I've found at least one of those before, so it's probably at the vendors in town. I know that the old beldame, the old witch who lives in the swamp, had one of these volumes in her hut, gathering dust. She must still have it for sale, I imagine. And as for the other 2 volumes, I've no idea. You might look in a magic shop, or in the bookcases and locked drawers of other alchemists. If you happen to cross their possessions in your adventures, Bakken grins, bows to you, and leaves the throne with a shuffling walk. I'm gonna see where he is in town now. And I wonder what this rare and powerful potion is. Yeah, thought he had something for a second. I thought for sure I had enough ring shards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. How the fuck? They shatter the spring into more than 8 shards. Must have had a big finger. I kind of wish the craft magic items feat was in this game. I could use some more wands just to give them to my main character so that he can cast spells on himself. Just some first level stuff like Enlarge Person, Lead Blades. Some of the basics. And my statue's still up. That's nice. Yeah, I don't see Bakken on the map. Arsino? Doesn't ring a bell. Maybe that's new? To find scrolls. Here's an Azamar. How'd you come to be here? Yeah, if you're so eager to help the citizens, why do you charge for your services? It's part of Avatar's philosophy. The rules of trade and exchange developed for a reason. They help bring order to our world, and they mustn't be broken without need. The opportunity to get what one desires for no effort has a corrupting effect on souls. I mean, maybe. Let's see if anyone has anything new. Plus we need to buy back that book. I mean, it might still be sitting in my inventory. I have a habit of not selling books. Yeah, there's part 3. Okay, so what we have is part 3. And the building has part 1, I guess, so we're only missing one part. Combat expertise. Get a +2 bonus to attack rolls, so it just negates the like fighting defensively ability penalty. That's pretty nice. The lesser maximize. That's pretty good. I should probably buy that. Wouldn't hurt to buy some build points too. Okay, so I haven't sold the transmutation book to any of my vendors. It doesn't say anything in the text about recharging, but it should recharge 3 charges a day. Let's buy like 100 build points. That's a sensitive slider. Yeah, I should be using this Wand of Good Hope more. Okay. A little more money than I wanted, but whatever. Ray of Enfeeblement's more or something she should put in her spell book. Where'd that belt lantern get to? Here we go. Let's see, right now she's got 25 trickery. Let's see if this stacks. 30 trickery, yeah. At a better arcane spell failure chance goes up to 15%, which is maybe more than I find acceptable. That 5% before was very low. Yeah, this will be better for Jubilost. Now he's got 19 trickery. 3 to 13. 3 to 10. I mean, it's still better by like a lot, but still. Requires the exotic proficiency. Yeah. And I got him that feat for rapiers, which I'm regretting now. Falcata is like the best Magus weapon. Who takes point blank shot on a Magus? And think they get armor mastery from just being a Magus. Combat reflexes would be good. Mental focus is good. Meh. I wonder if each spell used on a touch attack still works with the Magus's spell swinging. I mean, I guess it shouldn't, since later on they cast their spell through their weapon. Outflank is solidly good, since I have almost all my party members take it. But yeah, I mean, we're taking a feat, and we wanted the Falcata, so... So, alright. That's cool. Also cool. We haven't fought any ghosts, but if we did, that'd be good. We don't need haste since we have other people casting haste. Didn't I dexterity bonus? Wand mastery? Wand wielder? No. So this, letting them resolve as touch attacks, negates their armor. And natural armor, which is the bigger deal. Already have Vampiric Touch, and Haste, and Lightning Bolt. So that was pretty good. Alright. Enjoy your Falcata and increase crit range. Okay, now that we've got extra BP, let's set people to use this BP while I go out and adventure. Still don't understand why I can't do Dead Man's Chest. Okay, the love of the people is something I want to get done. I don't particularly care about that. I've expanded my city. I think I can build more buildings now. Or upgrade the buildings I have. Both would be nice. Yeah, got a whole new section. Ah, give me a chance to earn BP. Look here. The hospital, very expensive. The jail. Could build it adjacent to the barracks. Do I have a fort? Will it let me build another free shrine? Yes. I mean, I guess I should. Ooh, Sacred Grove. How does this work? Must be built adjacent to a monolith. Does the shrine turn into a monolith? Does the monument turn into a monolith? Mansion provides quite a bit. Mage's Tower provides a lot of arcane. Why am I buying something for some rich guy? No. I do need to have this printing house in. Let's see where I've moved that to. Provide +4 stability and +4 community for me. artifacts library. Can I have both of these? Yeah. I can have the hospital and the library. Okay, and that's all my BP. But I don't see a lot of functionality in placing a second one. Okay, later we'll upgrade things. Next time I come back to town, I should probably just blow most of my gold on BP and just totally fill up my town. Now I can head out, head to Silver Lake, and see what that guy who's preaching about the Silver Dragon is up to. And there were lots of other little icons on my map. We'll get to make lots of detours before we get to that dude. And now, off to adventure. The light effects in this game are sort of interesting. They're not great, or my light would have destroyed their shadow as I walked across it, but, I mean, they're trying. Yeah, like their shadows are not affected by other light sources. And I don't know if that's a graphical option or what. Shadow quality is, yes, set to high.
Without a doubt.
Alright, do I feel like changing the party? I do kind of want Rick Gongar to flex his muscle. But he requires some micromanagement. Actually, maybe I can set some of his stuff to auto. I don't necessarily need Jubilost. I mostly keep him around for bombs. Alright. And you need the bombs just because that AoE damage is great for swarms. So he's basically my in case of swarm dude. And he provides shield, which is a great buff. I can't get much otherwise. Okay, now is also a good time to head to the Verdant Chambers, which is the exact opposite of the direction I want to go, but I think our fighter's finally strong enough to deal with that by himself. Let's see. I bet I can deal with that reasonably quickly.
I need to catch my breath.
Then we save. And head in. Since I already knew I was going to do that, I probably should have swapped my party while I was in the capital, just to save myself 2 days, but
Forwards.
skipping some time has its own merit at this particular junction.
Oh, you did come. And don't blame me, blame the... How many...
Alrighty.
Stand with me. We shall overcome. Attack. We will prevail.
This is another good reason to have a fighter as your main character. Having a support character leads to some difficulties when you gotta go it alone. So it's good to play a strong, independent man.
Strike as one.
Zander is pretty accurate. And he was pretty healthy.
Stand with me. Do not hold back. Without a doubt.
Now that we've, like, activated the place, I think I can bring my party members in.
I will guide us. I was successful in my search. That is quite a discovery.
No, let's just admit to ourselves
We
we're not
will
going to be able to
prevail.
disarm that.
I shall not falter.
That's some good reach. Where's that good cure mojo? More than that.
Defeat is not an option. This ends you.
Sweet. Okay. That couldn't have gone much better. -1. Ouch. Alright. You just get to be on watch. We rested, but didn't apply healing. Alright, let's see if this area is still active. Like it has traps and stuff. Looks like no.
Forwards.
Oh, sorry. Was lost in fog.
I remember this area being pretty heavily trapped. And like, they're not
He's not
being
very
anything we
strong.
could really do.
Clop, clip, clop.
Negative levels, my least favorite. Definitely going to load an autosave if I can't do anything in here. I guess we'll come back here later. I mean, not later in the story. Okay. I don't have any reason to be going up here. I just realized that I haven't marked this on my map. And we dealt with the latest crisis, so I get to just explore if I want. We finally have like just a few days of rest where we can actually go out and deal with things like an adventurer without everything falling apart.
I need to catch my breath.
Yeah, let's let Octavia show her stuff. It's like, why did you even bother, guys?
Forwards.
Yeah, it'll pick it all up when we hit this. Alright. 3 masterwork swords and nothing of interest. Alright. Alright. Let's save here and end the episode here. I'm hungry. I'll get back to adventuring once I've dealt with real life hungry. Alright, I hope you guys had fun. I know I did. See you later.